I mean, if they made a Sebulba series, would you be down for that?
Yeah, maybe
it might be the
beginnings
best
of
thing
racing.
they do. Honestly, when you really think about it.
Fast and Furious goes out of business.
Oh,
It's just like Sebulba's rise up the ranks.
No, it's Sebulba's family.
His home life. No, his rise up the ranks of the pod racing scene and like how he became the dominant force.
Oh yeah, it's his story.
Dang, we should pitch this.
Yeah,
Sebulba.
That's right, Chuck.
Hello there.
Assemble. Just check a fire.
99 nerds. I'm back. It's about time. It's been a minute since I've been here. I'm in the Austin seat today, which means there must be someone in my seat. Noah Terry.
What's up? How's it going? How you feeling?
And I'm filling in for Sean. So as Sean would say, hi.
That sounded nothing like Sean.
He did it once.
So, fun fact about Noah. He's actually been on the podcast before. This is the first time you've seen him. Mm-hmm. That's because our hour and 45-minute podcast went to the dumps.
We
lost
scrapped
it
accidentally.
Yeah. So, but we're back and we're here to reenact what we did. So, what's up, Noah?
Just living life, man.
Yeah.
Excited to be here. Yeah, this is good.
What's new?
Not a whole lot, you know. Not really watching TV, just meditating. Yeah, it's up to you boys.
There's a lot to watch right now.
For sure.
What's going on in Nerdville then?
You know, we got She-Hulk. We got Andor. What else is coming out? We got
Rings of Power.
Rings of Power,
yeah.
House of Dragons. You know, a lot of all that.
I'm not really familiar with House of Dragons at all. I have not seen any Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, it's a cult thing. Once you get into it, you're not getting out.
Yeah.
So,
That's what the kids say.
yeah, it's good.
It's like, do I want to be a part of something? Or
yeah, you do.
maybe I'll watch it.
Everybody's just going insane about it.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's,
anything about it though.
It's the best water cooler show there is.
Dang.
That's what TMZ said.
Oh my gosh.
Dang. You keep up with TMZ?
No, I actually just lied.
Dude, we do it all the time. You're good.
That's what this is all about.
So have you guys seen She-Hulk?
I have seen some of it.
I have not. Educate me.
You haven't seen any of it?
I haven't seen any of it.
All right. I'm not going to go fully into it because I want to go fully into it when it's done. But recently, I don't want to spoil anything, but this podcast won't come out for a little while, so I'm going to spoil it. Daredevil shows up.
You've been telling me about Daredevil.
Dude, Daredevil. Hear me out. I'm just going to say it, and I'm going to look at the camera when I say this. Daredevil is the best superhero show that has ever been made. Nay. Daredevil is the best superhero content ever filmed.
Wow.
And I stand by that. It's better than Batman. I'm talking all of DC. I'm talking any Marvel cartoony, cheesy movie that they come out with. Daredevil
What do you think
is...
about that, Noah?
That's usually debatable.
Have you seen Daredevil?
I've actually not. I've seen the hallway. I've seen the hallway scene where he's all blacked out in his like original costume and he's kicking the crap. That was sweet.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a good hallway
Yeah,
scene.
for sure.
He has a hallway scene every episode.
Oh.
So, like, actually, that's how they film it. It's him in a hallway, and then here comes all the bad guys, and boom, he takes them all out. Yeah, Daredevil's the best show, best superhero. I'm set my mind on that. Daredevil is my number one. He's goated.
Dang.
Something I love about him, Netflix made it, okay? Netflix took a dark route, okay? This is rated R, I think, or MA. I'm not sure.
TVMT or 18. Yeah.
Something like that. It's darker. I actually had to go on Disney Plus and change my settings to, because your profile is automatically defaulted to TV 14 on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. So you have to go in and change it to TV like rated R or whatever,
Right.
in order for it to come up. So me and Emily are going through Daredevil right now, and I'm telling you what, it's the best superhero content you can watch.
So how does Daredevil show up in She-Hulk?
Just as I predicted, I straight up told Emily, he shows up in court because he's a lawyer.
That's right.
So he represents someone else.
Right, because we saw him in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
Right. He was...
He caught a brick.
Yeah. He's Tom Holland's lawyer.
Right.
Not lawyer. He meets with him and says... I don't remember. He's not his lawyer.
With him.
Yeah. But yeah, this... And here's why Daredevil's the best. It's so dark and gory. Like, it's everything you want in Batman that they've never given you. It's all in Daredevil.
Dang.
It's him actually throwing the dude off the roof while he's interrogating him.
Oh, God. So it's kind of like, I mean, that's kind of what they did with Green Arrow, too.
I was just going to say,
yeah.
I don't know if it's because of the storyline, but like Green Arrow, Batman, Daredevil, they're like goated. They're my favorites.
It's like that dark vigilante guy who kind of toes the line of ethical and hero versus anti-hero.
Yeah, exactly. So in Daredevil, he's super dark. The fight scenes are super intense and super well thought out and just gory. And like he beats the absolute snot out of people. And it's awesome. And it's done in like, some of them are done in one take where it's actually him just like going through each guy.
Yeah.
Dude, it's insane.
Well, I think there's going to be a lot of good Daredevil content coming out because they said they're doing the Born Again series, which from everything I heard is like the greatest storyline in comic book history. See, which I know nothing about it.
I'm a little nervous, and I'm going to be honest. Seeing him in She-Hulk, I was so excited. But watching as it unfolded, I was like, uh-oh, Disney got a hold of him. It was very CG'd. He wasn't CG'd at all in Netflix. He did everything. I mean, like, if he did a flip on screen, it was a backflip or like something a human can do.
Right.
Like, actually, in this She-Hulk episode, he's doing twists and turns that is like, you can tell.
It's like abnormal.
It's the Ant-Man animation. You know how, like when Ant-Man is like running and stuff, how like it's so like CG? That's what they did for him. And I didn't like it. It took me out of it because that's not the Daredevil I know.
Well, it's like he's competing with like is he like fighting She-Hulk or?
Yeah, they fight. And here's what I'm going to say. I'm just going to spoil one thing about Daredevil. It takes a whole season for his best friend to learn his secret identity. In She-Hulk, she fights him for 5 minutes and then pulls his mask off. She beats him in a fight and pulls his mask off. And he's like, oh, I'm Matt Murdock.
Dang.
So it's like, all right. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she's built like a house. It kind of makes sense. I mean,
she's a brick house.
So how does She-Hulk progress? I have seen it up to Wong has been in it a couple times. Last episode I saw was like there was that sorcerer that was running amok and Wong tried to sue him, which I thought was kind of lame.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like they're taking this like lawyer route where the show is about her being a lawyer, but Daredevil, the show, is more about, I actually learned things about lawyers and like it's actually a lawyer show. And in Daredevil, the storyline is so good. Like it's not just a cheesy vigilante dude beating people up. Like the story is full of plot twists and the villain is like a Palpatine where he controls everything. And like isn't
it Kingpin?
Yeah, he's not referred to as that.
Fisk?
His name is Wilson Fisk, which
is huge.
You're not supposed to know that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because in Daredevil, that's a big thing. Is like we don't say his name until someone does.
That's like
guys.
Spider-Man.
I'm telling you, like I'll just give you a little bit, just a little taste in your mouth. Someone finally says his name. Daredevil's interrogating people, trying to figure out who the main guy is. Someone finally says Fisk, and then after telling Daredevil that, the guy freaks out that he said the name. He said, I was not supposed to say that. He's going to kill everybody I know. He's going to kill my whole family. He's literally going to tear everything I care about apart and then kill me.
Oh my god.
So he turns and just kills himself because he can't face the wrath of Fisk. And it's like, what? Dude, it's so good. There's so many layers to that show.
Shoot.
But it is dark. It's a very dark show.
So like Daredevil just like he's blind, right? That's it.
Yeah, he's blind, which then heightened his other senses. So he can hear your heartbeat. Like he can hear things so
like clear.
Yeah, intense that he can hear if you've got cancer, like in your heart or something, or in your whatever.
Shoot.
So
like a golden retriever, he can, can smell it.
Yeah, he's a baller. But that being said, in the latest She-Hulk episode, he's got a scene where he is literally set up for a hallway scene. It's him in the hallway, all the henchmen are at the other end of the hallway, and it's this perfect, and I'm getting so hyped, like, oh, this She-Hulk episode is finally like baller, something exciting in She-Hulk. And then She-Hulk comes in and ruins the She-Hulk show. She crashes through the wall. She-Hulk smash and beats them all and doesn't let Daredevil get his hallway. So,
Dang.
but we'll go into that.
I guess it is her show, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Side note, nice shirt, dude.
Thanks.
Can't see it.
I think it's
Stand
funny
up.
you said that. I think Sean said something about this shirt when I did a podcast with him and Tease. But
Do you wash it?
sometimes.
Never. All right, what else, David? How is She-Hulk overall?
It sucks. Dude, I'd give it like a 2. No, I'd give it a 1.3.
Dang.
That show is awful, man. And I'll go into that when it's done. I want to do a full in-depth review.
Okay.
You almost need to watch it though, because it's probably like adding in stuff to the. That sucks.
Well, it's kind of like what me and Sean said. Every series that they're doing has at least one character or one episode that is like super important for the rest of the storyline.
Right.
And if you don't watch that one episode, you're not going to know what's happening in the next Ant-Man movie or whatever.
Right.
And you're going to see Ant-Man and a character is going to show up and you're going to be like, what? Everybody's going to, oh, that character was introduced in She-Hulk episode 9.
Right.
Why though?
Speaking of Ant-Man, so I recently got engaged.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Our viewership is about to go down.
Right.
Except the only girls that watch our show are like
Emily.
Emily, Aunt Stacy. Shout out to Aunt
Hey.
Stacy. She's a big fan.
Shout out.
So yeah, our viewers are probably the exact same.
But anyway, to ask my groomsmen, I actually decided to go the Nick Fury route and assemble a team.
It's pretty cute.
And I bought an eye patch and I put it on every time I asked someone. And I basically made a folder. On the folder, it said Avengers Initiative. And every time with each person, I threw the folder down on the table and I said, I'm putting together a team. A group of individuals with remarkable skill or whatever he says. I don't know. But inside this folder was profiles.
He did it in Applebee's and like full on public. With
I did. But yeah, I gave them each their own, folder of their personnel file. So for Noah, he told me his favorite superhero was Ant-Man, which I'll ask you why later. But
100%.
so I made him into Ant-Man, and I'll even put the pictures in the podcast. But I photoshopped him as Ant-Man, and I gave him an Ant-Man Funko Pop.
Yeah.
And then same thing with Austin. I did, I actually, as a joke, I made him into She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So I gave him his personnel file as She-Hulk, but then I gave him his own variant, where known variant was Samwise Gamgee in another universe. So I gave him a Samwise Funko.
The real hero of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I had some good ones. I had Winter Soldier, Iron Man.
Which is wild. Like, side note, you had me and Roger have been looking for that Funko Pop for, I swear, like 6.5 years.
Dang.
And David's just brings it out, and he brings it out of the table, and me and Roger both went silent. And I was like, dude, where did you get this? He goes, I got it online. He was like, it was online. I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
No.
Which one was that?
It's the Winter Soldier with his mask on.
With his mask and the Captain America shield.
Yeah.
in his hand.
Shoot.
Yeah, that was a legit one.
It was cool.
I was most excited about that one.
I was like gonna go like $285 on eBay.
Yeah.
I legitimately wanted one.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had TZ was Iron Man. Our brother Chris, which I got to get to him before the podcast comes out now, but he's Wolverine.
Nice.
I think that's it.
Speaking-
Matt was Thor. So.
Assemble.
Which leads me to my next point. Guys, I have an addiction. I can't stop buying Funko Pops. No, like straight up.
I was gonna get into them a little bit because like Oliver was turning like 4, and I was like, what's a gift that we could get him? Like, he's got too many toys.
Right.
What's a gift we could get him that maybe is like an investment that could become this thing, a collection or whatever? So I talked to a buddy who I know is a Funko collector.
No, who?
Phil Chabot.
I didn't know that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna reach out to him.
Yeah, he's got a lot, and he basically was like, honestly, man, like, it's not really like you're gonna make money on these. It's just an addiction that you're gonna have to collect them more and
Yeah.
more. And then doing more internet research, it was kind of like, yeah, it's. I mean, unless you happen to get a super rare one, and you get your hands on it and you hold on to it long enough where it accrues some value, but overall, it's.
Way to put my fire out. I'm about to go into it, and you're just like, yeah, so these things aren't
you're
worth
wasting
anything.
your entire life savings on this.
No, so since I bought you guys those Funkos, like, what, 3 weeks ago I gave those to you?
Yeah.
I have accumulated 12.
What are you getting?
So, dude, I'm so excited about this one. So I got young Obi-Wan with the tractor beam door behind him.
Shoot.
But it's a 3-piece set, and it's a giant Funko. It's like a bigger box.
Whoa.
And it's a 3-piece set, and if you take them out of the boxes, they connect. So one is young Obi-Wan, the next one's Darth Maul, and the next one's Qui-Gon, and they all have the beam behind them.
Is Qui-Gon like on his side or?
No, it's the fight. Duel of Fate. It's called Duel of Fates.
That's so sweet.
Dude.
Legit.
Yeah. So I've been collecting them. I've been all over the internet about them. TZ actually gave me one, and he started this for me. He
Yeah.
gave me an Iden Versio, which we talked about in
Yeah.
one of the podcasts.
He gave me a Kenobi.
They gave me a Groot.
nice.
He had like 8 of them. So.
Which Groot though? Full grown teenager or baby?
I think it might have been teenager now. that I think
Okay.
about it.
Dude, there is a market for this stuff though, and I'm learning so much about it.
Oh, for sure.
I really like Captain Rex. Okay, so I looked up Captain Rex. He was a New York Comic-Con exclusive. That was the only way you could get him, is if you went to that Comic-Con.
Oh my gosh.
So I looked it up. He goes for like $350 right now.
It's wild.
So I will not be getting him.
Like out of the box. That's what Captain America, the what do you call it, Winter Soldier one was.
Yeah, he was some sort
Me
of
and Roger were
exclusive.
sending links back to each other, and I'm like, he's like, dude, pull the trigger on it, and I'm like,
Even like the Lord of the Rings ones are really expensive.
yeah.
I believe it. I
But-
believe it. You mentioned Wolverine earlier,
Yeah.
so we all have heard that
Yo,
Hugh Jackman's coming back.
Huey,
So
jacked boy,
Deadpool 3. That's cool.
dude.
Good job, Kevin Feige.
I'm pumped, man. I'm so excited.
They're making all of our dreams come true.
Dude, nobody, I think other than Henry Cavill, maybe. I don't think anybody else is a more perfect role for their character.
Yeah, me and Sean touched on Henry Cavill as Superman is like, you can't get better than that, but I think the only downside to Hugh Jackman is they always have to make him look smaller because Wolverine is like 5'3" in the comics, and Hugh Jackman is like 6'3".
right.
But otherwise, yeah, I mean, he's played that role so well, and it's just who he is at this point.
He's like in his 50s now, right?
He's old.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to get into that shape.
Did you see the video with him and Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, dude, it's so perfect.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Ust?
Yeah. Yep.
That was like the coolest way to tease
He's
that.
well, like he's been Wolverine for like 25 years or something.
Yeah.
It's literally crazy.
He's the longest standing
Yeah.
actor to play one role.
wild.
So for those of you that didn't see the video, we can tag that in our show notes or something. But basically, Ryan Reynolds, it's a giant video of him being like, I don't know what we're going to do for Deadpool 3. And he like jokes how like they literally don't have any ideas what they're going to do for the next movie. And then like Hugh Jackman is at his house walking in the background, and he goes, hey Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time? And Wolverine just goes, sure. And he walks away, and it's like, oh my God.
The internet went wild.
Yeah.
Assemble.
3 people died. But
What else are they doing?
no, who's your favorite superhero?
He died in Logan. Ant-Man. Wait,
Why is it Ant-Man?
dude, so Dude, this is so hard because I mean, like Marvel wise, I love Ant-Man because Paul Rudd, and he just kills it.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd is so good.
He's funny.
He's
I like him.
so funny. And then
I remember when they announced that they were making an Ant-Man movie. It was like,
that's
what? Because I was familiar with the character from the comics, but like they're really doing that,
right.
But then Paul Rudd is just so perfect.
Right. And it's just this, like, even like Guardians of the Galaxy, it's like, all right, you guys are too much now. And then like you watch it and you're like, wow, this is actually really good.
Yeah. We had a buddy who started getting into the Marvel movies, and he was even like, Ant-Man, like, what is like he all about?
He
It's
shrinks.
like, honestly, dude, you don't even need to know. Just watch it because
Right.
it's Paul Rudd and he kills it, and it's hilarious. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, but like, what's like his power? It's like, just watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
But he's not even like the guy who invented it. He just kind of inherited
Yeah, he
it.
just took
True.
It's
True.
like he was chose by the guy who invented it for whatever reason.
Right.
It's like, it's kind of shoehorned, but it's like, it works because,
Yeah.
He fell into the role, but he
Yeah.
kills it.
yeah, for sure. But, yeah, Ant-Man all day, dude. Ant-Man and the Wasp was good.
But
though.
why? Just Paul Rudd?
Yeah, I'm going to say Paul Rudd. And then, honestly, my favorite superhero, like, just of all time, would probably be Batman.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, Batman's just...
Well, then,
Dude.
what are your top three? Batman, Ant-Man, and who?
Oh, Ghost Rider.
Wait, why?
Skull's on fire. Nick Cage, man. You can't beat it.
Sure.
No, he's the worst.
Dude,
I
those
literally
movies
thought about-
came out forever ago. That was like before superhero movies were even a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Why did they start with Ghost Rider?
So, it was Sony. Is it Sony brand?
I don't know.
I think so.
Dude, so Sony had like Spider-Man, then they did X-Men. And then for some reason, like, we're going to do Ghost Rider because we want to be edgy and get the bikers in on this.
Yeah. Right.
And honestly, to be honest with you, I've never seen the movie. I've seen that one scene and
That's funny.
Who are your top three, David?
Dude, now it's Daredevil, number one.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's everything you want in Batman, but it's in Daredevil.
Shoot.
He is the Batman parallel.
I think
in
it's
Marvel.
it's tough to say. Well, then what are your top three?
So Daredevil, oh man, like across all DC
Everything.
and Marvel.
yeah, everything.
Yeah.
So it's probably Daredevil and then Batman. And I want to say Captain America. If I had more time to think about it, it probably wouldn't be Captain America, but
Sure.
just for the sake of the podcast,
Right.
that's what comes to mind.
Fair enough.
So
It's tough to say because it's almost like how they've been portrayed in film is is really a strong indicator of who I'm gonna pick. I can't say strongly enough as far as like a comic book based character because I haven't read enough of the comics to say like, oh yeah, in the comics this guy's the guy. I think for you to say Daredevil over Batman is huge,
dude,
and you've been preaching Daredevil to me for a long time, and I still have yet to watch
because
it.
I just started watching it again. So it's like fresh and it's
Sure.
like, I realize how much better it is.
Well, I would say my top three are Batman, Spider-Man, and Thor. And I think at one time I said Captain America, but really, you look at the two characters in the MCU, I appreciate Thor's character so much more.
Okay.
But if you were to just go strictly by like TV shows, TV series, I love Green Arrow.
I was going to say Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
because of Arrow. That show is so sweet. It's that
Until
edgy,
it's not.
until you get to like season 5, and then he's got all these sidekicks, and everybody can fight jujitsu style ninja like he can, and everybody can shoot bow and arrow like he can.
And in that show, it's like, I can just see it in the writer's room, like, what kind of plot twist are we going to do next? Bring him back from the dead. That's all they do. If someone dies, you can expect they're coming back somehow, some way.
It's
Supernatural.
It's like everybody comes back from the dead, or it's somebody from another parallel universe. Because once Flash gets involved, all these
yeah,
other
you get
universes
that,
get
yeah.
involved, and it just, I'd say like the first 3.5, 4 seasons of Arrow are really, really good. He's probably like my 4th favorite character, but you can't beat Batman, Spider-Man, and in the MCU, I like Thor a lot.
Yeah. I like Spider-Man too.
I'm gonna change Ghost Rider for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think that's a
Which
good
one?
swap. Oh,
Which
You
Spider-Man?
talking comic book? You
So-
talking Toby?
Oh,
So
my goodness.
I'm gonna say the animated series,
Oh.
and
Which one?
There's so many.
Oh my god!
Like the ones like for kids nowadays?
Yeah, it'd be like on Disney. No. So it's the like original, like aired probably prior to the actual movies coming out.
Okay.
It's the one where like the one guy like fades away and he's like, no. You ever seen that GIF?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they that one.
I got you.
And then you got like Spider-Man 2099 or whatever. It's
Right.
the same artist. But
Yeah.
that show sucked. There's weird animal people and it's just goofy.
I got you.
Ollie, my 5-year-old, really likes Spidey and His Amazing Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spidey
Ellie
and
loves
His
it.
Amazing.
Yeah. Gwen.
Great show.
Yeah, Devin's grinding for Spider Gwen on Fortnite right now.
Yeah, that's just tier
Nice.
100.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what Devin wants.
No, like that's the reward at tier 100.
Yeah.
Spider Gwen.
It's actually funny because I got back into Fortnite as Spider-Man was like just the end of the season.
Yeah.
And I knew I wasn't gonna have enough time for it, so like shamefully, I dropped like $86 to get this Spider-Man skin, and it was just
Dang,
Yeah.
dude.
I haven't played Fortnite in forever. Does he have special abilities?
dude. So they
yeah.
nerfed it so bad, but you had web slingers.
Shoot.
You could
And-
pick up web slingers.
Oh my
Have you ever
god.
played like a Spider-Man game, like
Yeah.
like growing up? Like it's
Yeah.
1,000 times better than web slinging in any video game I've ever played.
Dude, you have to pick your target to sling on. Like you have to
so
grab
much fun.
something.
That's legit.
They still have it. It's a grapple gun now, but it's the same
nerfed.
thing.
Yeah, they screwed it. It's
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was overpowered.
right.
I saw a Twitch streamer post a Fortnite highlight the other day, and it made me want to play it again. It's been a while,
Dude, exactly. Like the hype behind Fortnite makes you want to get into it, and then you get beat by a kid that's 7, and then he
That's
emotes
right.
on you.
That's
Right.
the thing. But don't they have a no build mode now?
That's what we play.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we would play, and it was like you knew within 0.2 seconds when a guy rolled up on you if he was going to destroy you or not.
Because you'd be in a metal box.
Yeah,
you know?
he just starts building like crazy, editing, changing his ramps, opening up a window, boom, shotgun to the head, you're dead. And that was when I stopped playing.
We love Fortnite. We love Fortnite. And then they emote, and then it's, dude.
Yeah.
I struggle with anger,
And that's why Daredevil's your friend.
right.
dude. He's a Catholic, so like, he like.
You struggle with it.
No, I mean like he's got that like in his like who he is.
Right.
So he's constantly fighting. Like, is he the devil or is he like?
Well, there's like a comic with him and Punisher where like
Oh,
Punisher
dude,
makes him shoot a guy.
Punisher. Hold up.
Yeah, him and Punisher are like tied together, right?
So Punisher shows up in Daredevil. Punisher is an even darker show that branches off of Daredevil.
Right.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that's the best show you can watch.
Shoot.
You just said Daredevil
No, Daredevil as
as a whole.
a character and as a whole, yes, is the best. Punisher though, I think is better, like a better season you could watch.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Punisher's dark.
Dude, I love Punisher. I actually bought his Funko too.
Nice.
You're on a roll, man. They are cool. I mean, I've got Obi-Wan, and you gave me Samwise. I think I have another one too. I can't remember. They're cool.
Yeah, I just bought a couple different versions of Ahsoka too.
Nice.
One day when we have a legit set, we'll just plaster them.
And that's what I'm thinking. We'll just get plastered with them.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding.
What does that even mean? Man. Okay.
They're just everywhere. You constantly hear them rolling around.
Nah, dude, I'm a sucker for like, I want to feel like I own a moment. So like, I have the Captain America Funko of him with Mjolnir when he wields it.
Sure. Sure.
I bought that one for myself.
Right.
I bought the Luke Skywalker with his hood up and his lightsaber ignited, like his hallway scene. I bought
From
that
Mando?
one. Yeah,
Oh, that's legit.
yeah. That one's like $6. That one has no value.
Shoot.
And I bought it because I love it.
Is it based on? Do they make like a limited quantity?
Yeah, so there's like, dude, Funkos are nuts. They there's like limited quantities, and then there's also like a variant of it. So like
Right.
Iden Versio, she doesn't have her helmet on in her Funko.
Right.
There's a variant. It's called a chase. Basically, like, I think it's playing off the fact that like when these things drop, it's a chase to find the chases.
Sure.
That's what you got me. You got me like a Chase without his mask on.
So your Ant-Man is a chase,
Right.
Which is like, that's legit.
Yeah.
Dang.
Like actually. So my Iden is a chase. So TZ got it for $12, and right now it's worth $80.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
My daughter ripped mine out of the box, so it's
And then bit the hand off.
it just dogs got a hold of it.
Shoot.
But yeah, dude, those things are addicting. I might not be able to have a wedding, but
Oh my god. Or you'll have a bigger one.
Dude, use them as party favors.
oh my
Use
god,
them as
dude.
party favors. I'm gonna need 100.
Just like a
Can't.
table of them. People are like walking around taking them. It'd be great. You go on Craigslist, like people have like lot sales on them.
Yeah,
Shoot.
So
like auctions and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, it's nuts.
It's cool. Yeah, I mean, if you get the right ones, you get the right ones.
Yeah,
But if you don't,
they should make
You
phone calls
don't.
about it.
you don't.
Noah, we grew up Chimnolager.
Give me no lug.
That's Noah's
What does it mean?
video game name.
I don't know. You know, funny thing is, Sean made it.
Was it just like a suggested name that Xbox would throw out?
Honest to God, Sean pulled it out of somewhere, and I vividly remember it because I wanted to play an online game with like, I think it was like, honestly, it was like Halo 3 or something.
The
And
greatest game ever
yeah,
made.
I wanted to play on my own account, and I remember I begged and pleaded my mom to make me an account, but I was like, I don't have an email. So then my original email was Sean's email because I was like a kid. I didn't know how to make an email. And so I used Sean's email, and then he was like, what do you want your name to be? And then I was like, oh, I don't know. So then he made Chimnolager.
That's funny.
I just remember we were playing like COD or something, and someone called you out in the lobby, and he was like this
Is
like
that
Mexican dude, and he goes, "Hey, yo, Chimnolager,"
We were getting clapped.
and ever since, that's how I see his name, Chimnolager.
we were getting clapped.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh man, what are the kids playing these days?
MW2's coming
Hearts. They're playing Hearts.
Hearts?
Yeah, it like
out. Nah, dude, we just went to our your son's football game, but our nephew's football game too.
Yeah.
And all these kids, like what, 6 years old, 7 years old,
Yeah.
they're doing the gritty while they're all playing football.
like a drug. Like, what is that?
No. It's a dance.
Oh,
And it's in Fortnite, which is how they
It's
know
in
it is.
Fortnite, but didn't I think it was a wide receiver?
It is. It's
Jefferson.
Jefferson does it. There's a bunch of them that do it, but
yeah.
I just think it's funny. All these kids, I'm like, gosh, they're emoting in real life now.
Even their parents like had no idea.
Yeah.
What are they doing? It's called a gritty. It's a thing. They'll teach you.
Yeah.
that's all school
Wild,
dances are
man.
now. Is just Fortnite dancing.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, pretty much. No doubt.
Kids hitting the L. But so you've got a daughter, dude.
I do.
She's turning 2?
Dude, she's about to be
Dude.
2. Her birthday is Wednesday. It's
Dude, that's crazy.
That is nuts.
Two,
super
man.
excited.
It's so fast.
yeah. It literally you blink and it's like whoa.
Crazy.
Dang, dude. What would you say is the best part about being a dad?
What is the best? Oh man, that's. I didn't come into here for that one. I gotta think about it. Honestly,
All right, what's the worst part? I'm just kidding.
The best thing is honestly just coming home. Even
Yes.
like after a day of work.
Yeah.
You don't even have to have a bad day of work, but you come home and like your daughter's running around screaming and like playing with the dogs, and it's just there's literally nothing better than that. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I hear
good.
that, man. The embrace when you
Yeah.
walk through the door.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what happened before that.
Right. Because now you're home. That's it.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Do you guys find yourself watching Pixar movies more than you would have if you didn't
yeah.
have kids?
100%.
Like, do you actually sit down and watch it, or is it just kind of on?
Yeah, we just watched. It's not a Pixar movie. Hotel Transylvania. It's a cartoon.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we watch a lot of kid shows, kid movies. I'm invested in Bluey.
Dude,
I'm bringing stock out on them.
Bluey is legit.
Yeah.
dude, if they've got a Funko, snag it up.
Yeah, I might. It's a parenting show. You know,
It really
teaches
is.
you how to be a better person.
It is.
That's crazy.
It's not for the kids. It's for the parents.
Yeah.
That should be.
And like you cry at things now, like
Yeah.
at TV shows and
Yeah. What would you say is like the most emotional Pixar movies?
Man.
Like, what are some movies that just hit?
Dang.
You got Up, obviously.
Dude,
that,
Up is-
that first 20
yeah.
minutes, it's like, hey, let's just kick them.
Wait, what?
Well, like, you know, it's like wife dies and it's just sad. You know?
Kick him while
Just
he's down.
kick him.
What's the one with Joy and
Inside Out.
Inside Out? Is that a Pixar movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So they're making another one.
Are they really?
Yeah, Riley's
Wow.
gonna be a teenager. So there's gonna be even more emotions.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
Dude, Inside Out is. Have you seen Inside Out?
dude, I've seen it one time and I don't remember anything about it.
Dude, it's so good.
It just bottles emotion.
I think it's my favorite Pixar movie.
No way.
It really is. It's so emotional.
No way.
It's crazy
Oh
emotional.
man, let me think. It might be mine too.
Isn't it about emotions?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And how to deal with them. It's great.
I thought that was that one movie, that panda movie.
No.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen the last few.
I haven't even seen Toy Story 4.
I'm actually looking
Bro,
at it.
Toy Story? That's another one.
Dude.
Toy Story 3?
Yeah.
What's the best Toy Story?
Oh man. I'm gonna say number 2 is the worst.
I was gonna say number 2 is the best.
No way.
You're crazy.
Other than
Dude,
Light-
number 4 is the worst. Number 4 is the newest one. It's the worst one.
Oh yeah.
It has
no.
Keanu in it, doesn't it?
Who?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. He's great.
Isn't he Boom or
He's Duke Kaboom.
Duke Kaboom, yeah.
The Canadian Evil
Motorcycler?
Knievel, basically.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, he's funny, but the storyline, I didn't like how they treated Buzz in that movie.
Okay.
They made Buzz to be like a complete idiot.
Yeah.
And in Toy Story 2, Buzz is like the mastermind hero that saves Woody.
Right.
And he's like controlling everything. He's like in charge.
Right.
In Toy Story 4, he's the moron guy who's just there and doesn't have anything good to say, and every plan he makes
doesn't
falls
he get
apart.
put in Spanish mode too or something?
That's in number 3.
Yeah.
No.
That's in 3
Is it?
with Lotso hugging.
That's
her.
right. Yeah.
Spanish, but
I just remember the claw scene.
dude.
Oh, and
Dude. I remember we were all in the theater
it
together.
was dark, dude. It was super dark.
Dude, Toy Story 3, when they are at the garbage dump
Yeah.
being shoveled into the incinerators.
Right.
It doesn't get much darker than that in a Pixar movie.
It was
They
like the
all literally give up and
Yeah.
just stop.
and they're
and
holding
hold
hands, and they're holding hands, and then I remember vividly Austin doing this, and like leaning into the screen, and like all like mouth open, like what are they doing?
yeah, they're all struggling. They're
Yeah.
trying, and then who is it? I think it's
The little monster, green monster.
well, that like Buzz reaches out to Woody, like,
yeah,
this is it, partner. It's like, what?
so bad. Why do you hate 2? I don't get that. It's such a good one.
I don't know. I don't like the what's his name? The Proctor? Something like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Proctor.
I don't like him at all.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
like
I mean,
him.
he's the villain.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
Which leads me to my next question. Who's the best villain
Oh,
In Pixar?
in anything?
Oh god.
the river that sweeps away the good dinosaur's dad.
Oh, dude.
Run! He's dead.
Yeah.
Freaking good dinosaur. They did the same. It's the same.
Or even Lion King.
Brother.
dude.
help me.
It's a story arc that Pixar hits hard. Yeah, parental or wife figure dead
Yeah,
to start.
done.
And what's our character gonna do now?
Right.
It just rips your heart out.
Yeah.
Even the first one's not that. I mean, like back then when it first came out, it was really good. But I just watched a video on of like Toy Story 1, and it's like, oh, Andy's party. They're all just Andys. It's the
Yeah.
same. It's the same edited kid over and over running around with like a different hat on.
What's the line we always do from Toy Story 1? Just go on without me. Just go. A good soldier never leaves a man behind.
Dude, that is a good scene.
That's when mom comes in. I've got chips. Who wants Cool Ranch or barbecue? She steps on the guy. But you're right. They're all just Andy with
Yeah.
different hair and different clothes.
That's wild.
Zurg. Zurg is the best villain.
Dude.
100%.
Zurg? Nah, he's just an offshoot of Darth Vader.
They literally do that father thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when Disney was flaunting their money. Like, hey, we're about to buy this.
We can say
Yeah, we can say because we're gonna own them.
And if they're not cool with it,
Yeah.
we'll pay them
Yeah.
off.
So what are your top 3 Pixar movies?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I need a second to think about that.
I'm looking at a list right now because it's hard to remember.
Yeah.
I really like Up. Inside Out is my number 1. I like Up. And then I really like Wall-E too.
Oh,
Wall-E's
yeah,
emotional.
Wall-E's my favorite.
Wally's good.
Yeah.
We're all going to be fat lards. Fat lards in our power chairs. They're probably going to be Tesla chairs.
Yeah.
Elon's going to be sending us to Mars.
Yeah. Yeah, Wall-E and then Toy Story 2. What's mine? That's
Toy Story 2 is great.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I can't think of any Pixar movies right now.
The latest ones that have come out were Lightyear, Turning Red, Luca, Soul, Onward. I have not seen Onward. I've seen Luca. Pretty good. I have not. I've seen Soul as well. It was okay. I didn't think it was like crazy good, but
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
They can't produce content like that every year.
Right.
Coming up is Elemental, which I do remember seeing a teaser for. Elio and Inside Out 2. Those are the next 3 projects.
Interesting.
Wreck-It Ralph.
That's a good one.
That's
I
not,
liked that movie.
That's not Pixar though.
Yeah, is that DreamWorks?
Or, yeah.
Oh, it
Wreck-It
is.
Ralph is really good.
That's a good one.
I'm trying to think of the
No, it can't be DreamWorks because you got all the Disney princesses.
You're right.
Yeah. You're right.
Is it on this list?
I don't know.
Incredibles is really good.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Incredibles.
Yeah.
Incredibles.
Yeah,
Whatever
Incredibles
the
is
French
up
guy
there.
says.
Honestly, I think I would say my favorite are Inside Out, Up, and Incredibles, and then Wall-E's probably number 4.
Okay.
Yeah, Wall-E's up there for me.
Because Incredibles, they really introduce a whole world. I mean, a lot of them are just knockoffs of other superheroes that we already know, but
Right.
but it's still really well done because of the family dynamic. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe I'm looking at a weird list. Because yeah, Wreck-It Ralph should be on there. Brave, forgot about that one.
It's just like Disney animation. They don't
Yeah.
make anything drawn anymore.
Yeah,
so,
maybe it's not Pixar.
yeah.
Who made Wreck-It Ralph?
That's a really funny scene when all the Wait, no, is Brave Pixar?
Yeah, Brave is Pixar.
Okay, yeah, there's the one scene where all of the princesses are getting together with the
Right.
girl from Wreck-It Ralph,
Right.
and the girl from Brave that no one can understand. They're like, she's from the other studio.
Yeah, it just says Walt Disney Animation Studios. So it
Yeah.
wasn't Pixar, but it
Right.
was Disney. Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph is great. The scene at the end where he slams the volcano.
Oh man.
That gets you. That'll get you. So who are your top villains, David?
Oh, best Disney. Not Pixar, but Disney.
Disney movie. Hercules all day.
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh yeah.
Yzma. Yzma's the greatest.
Hey, Yzma. Hey. Squeaker, squeaker, McSqueaker. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Emperor's New Groove is great. So is Yzma your top villain?
No. I meant like villains of all time. Like any movie ever.
Adolf
Darth
Hitler.
Vader. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Did you guys say that at the same time?
know, I said Darth Vader.
You said Adolf Hitler, you said Darth Vader. When you say that at the same time, it sounds like Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, I could see that.
Jeez, guys.
Darth Hitler.
I mean, Red Skull from Captain America: The First Avenger.
Really?
Do you think Thanos?
I mean, I think Kang is gonna.
Oh no,
trounce-
Syndrome.
Syndrome.
Oh dang.
I think what Kang is gonna do in the MCU is gonna trounce Thanos. Mm-hmm. IMO.
Yeah, I listened to that podcast. This sounds like we got some cool stuff coming.
Kang's about to get cray. Thanos is up there. It's tough with any Marvel villain because they're all one and dones. Other than
Right.
Thanos, it's like Killmonger from Black Panther's this epic villain. Everybody's going crazy about him, but then he
Right.
dies, and it's like an
Did
epic.
he though? Did he?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he did.
No, because I read this whole thing that like so they're fighting Atlantis now,
Right.
Right.
and
By the way, newest trailer for Black Panther looks dope.
I haven't watched it yet.
Fire.
I haven't watched it yet.
Dude, you gotta watch it.
I've seen the first trailer it came out with.
Do you know what makes it fire? Is the sound,
Yeah,
like the
the
soundtrack.
music.
Yeah, for sure.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, we gonna be all right.
Yeah.
But it builds. So
Yeah.
it's like this like slow, like sad sounding, like very somber, like,
Yeah.
and then they start talking about like, we gonna be all right. And then Kendrick comes in, he's like, we gonna be all right.
Right.
Yeah.
We gonna be all right. And then it just hypes up and it's sick.
I said it to Sean. That's like my favorite trailer ever, and I think it's the most important MCU movie that's come out because there's real life implications of
Yeah.
like Chadwick Boseman's legacy and like how are they going to carry this on without him and how are they going to honor him, and
Right.
it's not just like, oh yeah, Iron Man's dead, we need to honor Iron Man. Yes, but Robert Downey Jr. isn't dead,
Right.
so this is more like real life. I'm excited to see what
I'm
they
just
do.
curious on
Yeah.
like what time place it takes. Like is it after the snap?
Yeah.
Because that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's dead. They have to.
Right.
He's not dead after this or before the snap.
Whatever they're gonna do, they're gonna kill it, like regardless. But
Yeah, I'm
it's-
pumped, dude. I think I was reading that Black Panther, the first one, is like the 14th largest grossing film of all time.
Wow.
I feel like this one's gonna kill it.
Yeah.
Because of what's going on in real world. Crazy. I'm predicting 8th all time.
Yeah.
I totally just pulled that.
And I could see Doctor Doom showing up,
I hope so.
pulling the strings.
Our beloved Jonathan Krasinski is not gonna be Mr. Fantastic, as we all know.
You sure?
We don't know that.
No.
I don't. He might be.
I don't know.
There was forms that says he wasn't going to, but you can't trust anything. No.
Nah, dude.
Can't trust the internet.
So Noah,
Yo.
what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Movie?
Yeah.
Or okay. All right. You guys are gonna hate me.
Out of all of them.
Are we talking 1 through 6 or wait, 1 through 9?
I like that
I
thinking.
never even include 7
Right.
through 9. 1 through 9 is Solo involved.
Right.
Is Rogue One involved?
Yeah.
Okay. So
okay.
Everything.
All of it.
Okay.
No
obviously-
TV shows though, right?
Obviously,
You can do TV shows.
Number one,
said
I'm gonna
movie.
say episode 1 because that's just absolutely perfect movie, hands down, 100%.
The Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're crazy if you don't think so.
I like that movie. See, we grew up on those movies.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm
It's
biased
different.
towards it.
Oh, I understand that.
and then Solo.
Emily's mom was talking
And then
to me.
Solo?
Solo.
Why Solo?
Because you guys are all wrong about it. It's a phenomenal Western movie, and we absolutely needed it. And we didn't ask for it. Nobody asked for it. They tried to get rid of it, but we got it, and I'm glad we did.
I would say that when they announced it, I was super ticked.
Right.
I'd much rather have like a young Yoda movie than a young Solo movie. But when I saw it, I was pleasantly surprised, and I liked it a lot more than I thought it would. They did a good job with it.
Right.
I just never wanted them to do it.
Right.
Is what the thing was.
So here's my thing with Solo. I've only seen it once. I don't really remember it.
Give it a
Dang.
second time.
I just know it was like all the big moments in that movie are like a thing of the past.
Like a fan
oh my
service.
god, he met Chewie.
Yeah, fan service,
I've
yeah.
seen them be friends
right.
before. And then at the end, the big like cliffhanger is like, Darth Maul's alive. Yeah, go watch the Clone Wars. You floozy.
But no, but the reason it works though is because in every Star Wars movie, you have multiple storylines going on at once, and then it's kind of like, oh, it's cutting to Obi-Wan, on in episode 3, and then it's cutting to whatever, like Anakin and Padme rolling around in field and falling off cows and stuff, like
Right.
2 separate movies, whatever. But like, you get what I'm saying. And then you get episode. Not even an episode. It's Solo, a Star Wars story. It's one linear story that just continues with, one person, Han Solo, and his journey.
Sure.
And
No.
yeah,
Red Dawn. Dryden Voss, Kira, that side of everything.
Yeah, it's sprinkled. It's sprinkled. It's there. It's like, oh yeah, hey, that's going on. And Darth Maul showed up. Ray Park, sweet, but like.
Well, what sucks is because it did so poorly at the box office, they're like not gonna explore any of that.
That's what sucks because you have Rotten Tomato coming out putting reviews for it that was saying, oh, this movie's gonna suck. It's because you had multiple reshoots and stuff like that.
Right.
And everybody had a bad taste for it before it even came out.
Sure. Yeah.
Because you've heard all this drama that kind of went behind it. But then if you sit and actually watch the film, nobody ever saw a trailer for it or anything. You physically sit and watch the film. It's just a fun film to watch.
Sure.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's like a fun Western, There's some stuff that it's like, that's kind of cringy, the whole like, oh, Solo,
Yeah, what's your name?
Yeah. But then there's like other stuff
Skywalker.
that it's like minimal fan service. I just watched it. That's why I'm all giddy about it. We got off the phone today and I was sitting in a boiler room and I was like, I'm gonna watch it on my phone. And they
You sat there for 97 minutes. Boiler room's hot.
I was like, oh, okay, I got a 10-minute thing here,
Nice.
Cut this part out so I don't get, in trouble.
Who's your employer?
But it's just a phenomenal movie, dude. It's just fun, 100%. You gotta give.
Well, you did. You said Phantom Menace and Solo. So what's number 3?
I'm gonna go with Empire Strikes Back.
What?
Yeah.
1 Solo and 5.
Yeah.
So 115.
115. Get on my level.
Man.
Dang. Okay.
I've never heard that, but obviously number 5, everyone says 5.
Yeah. 5 is.
But like I was saying earlier, it's different for us because we grew up on the prequels versus you grew up on original trilogy.
I was kind of right in the middle, though. I honestly don't remember. I mean, I never saw the original trilogy in theaters, though. So, like, I was really familiar with the original trilogy, but I only saw the newest trilogy in the theaters. I think, though, before Episode 1 came out, they were playing 4, 5, and 6 in theaters, if I remember that correctly. Because I think I saw 5 and 6 in theater, but it was not. I mean, those came out way before.
But it was like a re-thing.
Yeah, because they were just hyping people up for Episode 1. So yeah, I mean, I was familiar with 4, 5, and 6, but I mean, I grew up on the prequels just as much as you guys did. Episode 3 is probably my favorite, followed by 5, and then I don't know, probably
Rogue One.
Honestly, Rogue One, yeah. Rogue One is so good. And when I saw it for the first time, I thought it was really good. And then the second time, I was like, dang, this movie's even way better than I remember.
We didn't need it, but we got it.
And that was, I've said it before, is one of my favorite in-theater moments is the Vader hallway.
Oh, 100%.
So what makes a good movie good to you guys? Are you looking at the story? Are you looking at like Sean looks at the way the movie's done? Like that's his scope. What's your scope where you're like, yeah, that was an amazing movie? Like, what are you looking at when you say that?
Pure hype. I mean, what's my heart rate level throughout it?
Dude, that's how I am. Like, I'm all about the hype.
Yeah.
Like Vader's hallway scene. Dude, Rogue One's a good movie. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Otherwise, I don't care about Cassian Andor and...
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm in Stardust, Jyn Erso. Like,
right.
I don't get hyped about that. I don't know. So it doesn't appeal to me.
Right.
So I don't know.
As long as it's fun, I would think, like I enjoy watching this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you could sincerely, if you want to enjoy it, you can 100% enjoy it.
Well, like I said, I think the hype of Rogue One was pretty decent. And then it wasn't until I saw it the second time where I wasn't so surprised by the Vader hallway scene. I knew that was coming down the end, so I was able to kind of digest the rest of the movie a little bit more in the storytelling. Mm-hmm. And I think that was just like the perfect puzzle piece to fit in between the prequels and the sequels to kind of like, okay, let's bridge everything. Let's fill in all the plot holes. This is what was happening.
Right.
They just did that beautifully.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, you don't care about Cassian Andor, so what do you think about the Andor series?
So that's my thing. I think the show is good. It's just hard for me to like it because I don't necessarily like the characters. Sure. Like, I'm not a big Andor fan, like Cassian Andor. So to watch Cassian Andor's main show, it's like, oh, I don't know. That's a cool episode, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we were exposed to him for one movie. He's I mean, how many characters are only in one movie that were like super impactful? Like,
right.
I literally can't think of one.
He literally dies at the end of his movie.
Right. Because even like Watto from Phantom Menace shows back up in Clone Wars or Attack of the Clones. So like I literally can't think of one character that is only a one episode, one movie character.
Like the one and dones, like the extras. You mean like main characters?
Yeah, like a character I'm supposed to care about, and like the story continues with them, and we're gonna make a Disney Plus series out of
Sebulba.
this guy. Okay, I mean, if they made a Sebulba series, would you be down for that?
Yeah, maybe
It
his
might
early
be the
beginnings
best
of
thing they
racing.
do. Honestly, when you really think about it.
Fast and Furious goes out of business.
Oh,
It's just like Sebulba's rise up the ranks.
No, it's Sebulba's family.
His home life. No, his rise up the ranks of the pod racing scene and like how he became the dominant force.
Oh yeah, it's his story.
Dang, we should pitch this.
Yeah.
Sebulba
I watched the Andor
Kathleen
series.
Kennedy's like, but where's the women in the show?
and Peru. Yeah,
I mean, Sebulba's arch nemesis would clearly be like a better female version of him, who's also a pod racer, obviously.
Right.
but then they fall in love.
But then he has to kill her.
Yeah,
I want
because Java needs him to.
a bounty hunter movie.
Okay.
Like,
Well, do you think we'll get any bounty hunters in Andor?
100%.
maybe. Yeah.
Any bounty hunters we know?
It's a lawless
Dude, I don't
time.
Shoot.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't necessarily care about the rebellion either. Like, I know the rebellion is Star Wars. I'm more into the like Palpatine Vader side, like the Empire. Show me how the Empire.
I think
I'm not down for the movement. Like I just.
I think you're right though. We've gotten so much rebellion, like what's going on with all these characters in the rebellion. That's why I'm a little bit excited for like the Acolyte series that's gonna come out. It's like exploring a little bit more of the dark side stuff. Because you're right, it's like the dark side is always just hiding in the shadows, and oh look, we've got Darth Maul. He's gonna show up on screen for 25 minutes and then he's dead. And thank God for Dave Filoni bringing him back in Clone Wars. But I want more dark side stuff.
Yeah.
More like history, origins, what was going on with the rule of two,
Right.
all of that stuff.
I mean, it is a cool concept of a show, Andor. Like, it's the start of the rebellion. You get a young Mon Mothma.
I'll say this, I've watched the first 5 episodes and I like it a lot. It's kind of this cool grungy spy type show, and you feel the weight of like everything they're doing behind the scenes, and they don't want to get caught by the Empire. But I feel like the pace through 5 episodes is really slow. Like not much has happened yet. And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's going to all come together, but how many, didn't they say they're doing multiple seasons already?
Yeah, definitely 2, maybe 3, I think.
Okay. So,
Because I know K2SO is showing up next season.
oh, sweet. Yeah. I mean, he's a great character. I like K2SO, but yeah, the pace so far through 5 episodes is kind of, Mon Mothma shows up though in episode 4 and it's like,
Oh.
you understand immediately that she freaking runs the show. Like she is the beginning of the rebellion.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
And
we'll see.
what's cool too, like, I nerd out over Star Wars. I know a lot about Star Wars, but this side of Star Wars, I don't know anything about this stuff. Like, I found out later on there's, like, I'm not going to ruin anything, but basically there's a dinner party that's going to happen. And Mon Mothma is like, oh, why are you inviting that person? Like, why? Don't sit them next to me. They hate me and I don't like them.
Right.
So if you look into who that person is, like, this is a side, I don't know anything about Star Wars. It's actually Palpatine's right hand, like the girl that's in like the pod with him. You got the blue guy and the bald girl.
Yeah.
It's the bald girl that she's talking about.
Shoot.
So we're about to get Palpatine's right hand chick, and maybe that's how Rey came about.
Oh
my gosh.
We know that's not. Well,
Palpatine, you dog.
boy.
No, but I don't know. It's pretty cool. They have a scene. Basically, this guy runs a front, like where they talk about the rebellion, but his front is a what is it? Have you seen that episode?
Yeah, it's like a luxury artifacts.
Yeah, it's like an artifact thing where she can come and buy different artifacts. And if you look around the room, there are some like Easter eggs.
Yeah.
That's Easter eggs.
Star Killer's helmet from the video game is in there.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Plo
canon.
Koon's mask. Yeah.
Really?
Well, it's not Plo Koon's, but it's somebody from his race.
Right.
Like
No.
their breathing
Plo
apparatus.
Koon.
No, it's Plo Koon's.
Dang, they got their hands on
It was a
that.
They have,
clone
like,
trooper.
a Sith holocron.
They
like,
pulled. They pulled.
No,
it
they
out
do.
of
They have a
his-
holocron.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They
For a
pulled it-
Jedi and Sith.
They pulled it out of his ship after he died. His breathing out. They took it right off his face.
We
His
have
dead
Hans
face.
Dice. They gotta,
Probably,
they gotta
yeah.
shoehorn that in.
They had like a Wookiee blowhorn,
Yeah.
like from the Battle of
Okay.
Kashyyyk. One of the Wookiees is blowing in a horn.
Yeah, they
that horn.
have a Gungan shield from episode 1.
That's right. Yeah.
They have a lot of stuff. It's cool.
I love that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Anytime I watch a show, I'll like go on and then it's like, oh, this Easter egg, and it's like stuff you missed
Yeah.
in the show,
Right.
and you go back.
And the
it's
thing is, like, you,
Such clickbait.
it's a
too.
very,
it is 100%.
Gets me every time.
it's a very quick scene, and it's
Yeah.
like you would miss 80% of it.
Yeah.
I knew the Easter eggs were going to be there, and the first time I watched it, I only saw half of them.
Right.
So
I could tell you everything about NordVPN because I've heard it been pitched to me 100 times because of I watch videos like that.
Yeah. Those are the ads that pop
Yeah.
up. Yeah. That's funny. So, Noah, have you seen The Clone Wars?
I haven't.
oh god,
Dude, you know what my favorite Star Wars movie is of all time? The Clone Wars. Really? I'm just kidding. That's where you meet Ahsoka.
not the Clone Wars movie, but the show.
No. The movie sucks.
I actually wrote that down for my top 5 favorite scenes. Is that whole Coliseum scene?
Coliseum?
Yeah, where they're like in not the Coliseum. What is it? Like they're in
The Palace?
Yeah, like
Ahsoka and Maul?
No. In the Clone Wars, the movie.
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones. God,
See, here's
I
what,
hate
dude.
this.
I've done this
I hate
100
this
times
so
on this
much.
podcast. Attack of the Clones, yes. The what would you call it? Execution scene.
Yeah.
But then the Clone Wars,
Right.
There is an animated movie,
Yeah.
and it's basically Ahsoka meeting Anakin. It sucks, but the show is legit. I think that's a great scene though in Attack of the Clones,
All right, tell me, boys.
What-
Why should I watch it?
dude.
It's everything. It's everything. It's everything.
Imagine you're a fan of Star Wars, but imagine you are missing out on 66 hours of canon content.
Literally order 66.
And I would say that 39 of those hours are like hardcore, amazing content, character development. You will love Obi-Wan even more than you do. You will love Anakin 1,000 times more than you do. Like they make you'll get to know Plo Koon more. Like he's in, I don't know, maybe 20 episodes, and like there's more of everything.
I love it. I absolutely.
That was
love it.
easy.
Yeah.
There is a clone. He figures out there's inhibitor chips in their head.
Well, first of all,
What do you mean inhibitor?
exactly. That is established in Clone Wars. Clone Wars gives you the context of why Order 66 happened, why all the clones just turned on their Jedis.
Got it.
Why the clones were even made. Sifo Dyas ordered those clones. Yeah, they go into that.
It also makes you appreciate Palpatine as just this grand chess player who has been pulling moves
He's
from
a
the start.
puppeteer, just
Like honestly, like my respect for Palpatine goes way up because you see the history of everything he was doing from the very beginning to set all of this up. He's literally playing both sides. He's controlling both sides of the army, and yeah, he's a wizard, a sorcerer wizard.
Darth
Sith.
Maul has a brother,
what?
and he's a chunky boy.
He's a thick boy.
Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, Mr. Krabs' voice is him.
Really?
That dude kills so many people in the
Yeah.
show.
I gotta watch it then.
There's a lot of death in the show, but that's what I would say. Imagine you're a fan of Star Wars. I mean, how many hours total are all the movies? You've got 9 movies. Let's just say they're 3 hours
Right.
each. You've got 27 hours of film,
Right.
plus a couple other movies. We'll call it 32 hours of film. There is 66 hours of Clone Wars content, and 37 of it is absolute gold.
Really?
I would say that.
Yeah.
So there is more hours of Clone Wars than there is all the movies combined.
There is a recasted Jar Jar. Just do yourself a favor and skip those episodes.
Yeah.
But-
They go in like 3 to 5 episode arcs. So it's like these 3 episodes are all about this storyline.
Got it.
These 4 episodes then move into this storyline with this character. And there's a couple story arcs with Jar Jar that are kind of janky. There's a couple story arcs with like just droids. It's like a droid adventure. Those are pretty janky, except we do get introduced to a commando clone that's in hiding on another planet, and he forgot who he was. He has like amnesia. And Commander Gregor, right?
Is it? I don't know.
That's the one where the frog hides inside of the droid and they try to infiltrate the...
That is legitimately the one I skipped because all the droids were in it.
It was really bad, except the last episode is sweet. Commander Gregor he like basically fights off 1,000 droids so that the droids can escape.
The good droids.
The good droids, yeah. R2 and a couple other dudes.
I gotta get on it.
It's so
C-3PO is sent on a grocery shopping journey to get
Jar Jar has
ingredients.
a love interest though.
Oh yeah.
And the love interest, the love interest, she like discovers Order 66, right?
No, I don't remember. She finds something out about
Palpatine?
I don't think it's Palpatine.
Count Dooku.
No, it's something with the Sith.
She finds something out.
I gotta
And
watch.
then she gets killed.
I gotta
Just before she can tell anybody about it.
I gotta watch it because I keep thinking back to this, that when we played Battlefront and Dave would be running around as Count Dooku in his pajamas.
Dookie
And
J.
I'm like, that's the stupidest skin in the world.
No.
And then I'm like, as Dave plays it, I'm like, it's like silk lined, and I'm like, I gotta watch this.
Yeah, I told you, dude, it's from the show and it's one of the most baller episodes.
There's so many good lightsaber duels in it too. Because with the animation, they can kind of do whatever the heck they want.
Right.
And they can kind of make it a little ridiculous.
Right.
But it's like everything you want. Because in real life, you've got Rey and Kylo swinging their lightsabers at each other. In the animated show, the final season, they did motion capture with Ray Park as Darth Maul and another actress as Ahsoka. They did motion capture of their fight, but it's like motion capture with the animation where it does get a little ridiculous. It's like amazing. It's one of the best duels in all of Star Wars.
I'm gonna start it tonight, boys.
Dude, you should.
As soon as I get home.
Yeah, dude.
We'll have to send you. There's like a list of like, do it in this order.
Yeah.
And you can skip this, and this because it's not really that important.
That's what Roger does with he sent me a Naruto list. He's like, you skip this stuff and then watch these episodes.
Yeah.
You don't even need to watch. This is a good fill of anime. You don't even need to watch anime.
You're high. You're crazy.
What?
Anime is life.
Dude,
It's really
you started growing your beard on your neck. You started watching anime. You're a neck beard.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Go touch grass.
What? Noah, why?
Here's the thing.
What is it?
Here's the thing. We've all been afraid because we're all insecure, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't want to, the anime kids are weird, you know? In school, they're running with their hands behind their back and they're roaring and growling and
Speaking Japanese.
yeah, and manga, and it's just you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to be a part of that because those kids are weird, and I don't want to be judged. But then you get to a point, and Dave, you're almost there, dude. You're almost married. That you're at the point in your life where you can, you really anything you want to do, you can just go ahead and do it without repercussion. And
I don't think it works like that.
and by that, I mean you can watch anime and not feel like you're a total weirdo.
Right.
So
Like
when
you've
you
already
say anime,
secured
like-
the bag.
like
You don't-
Avatar, The Last Airbender.
yeah, so honestly, that's a great anime. It's not really an anime.
Not. It's
not-
Americanized.
It's Americanized, but it's a great show to get started on.
That's a
Like,
good
Didn't
one.
Filoni have a hand in that
yeah,
show?
Yeah.
He's actually like one of the main guys on it.
So is D. Bradley Baker.
yeah.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the voice.
Voice of all the
Obers.
clones
Oh, wait, yeah, all the clones.
in Clone Wars.
Who does Obi-Wan then? Doesn't matter.
I don't remember.
D. Bradley Baker, okay.
He plays what's his name? What's the beast's name? What's his name?
Appa.
Appa,
Yeah,
yeah.
he plays Appa. He makes the
So he just
voice.
makes noises. He doesn't talk. But yeah.
That's a good show. And honestly, that's like a fun, friendly kids show. There's some anime that you get into and it's like, whoa, this is like weird.
This isn't even for adults.
Yeah, it's like just overly violent and like majorly sexualized.
I made the mistake of watching like a couple anime reels too many times.
Yeah.
And then for like a season, my reels feed was nothing but anime.
Right.
Some of it was like, what is this?
Yeah, and like even like my wife was saying that she was like, we'd be watching a thing and it's just like there's this random weird part in it that it's like that's kind of borderline creepy. But
Yeah.
as long as you kind of weave through that and not get like totally into that, it's
So how would you say like Star Wars Visions falls into that? Is that
So-
like actually anime?
no,
or
that's more of like an artistic. I'm talking like I'm an anime guru. I'm like,
Compared to us.
yeah, I'm not at all, but I'm a cool guy. So,
He dabbles and everything.
but
So why should I watch anime? In 30 seconds, convince me.
because dude, there's great storylines that you're missing. Like Star Wars is great. We all love Star Wars, but you gotta branch off to like other storylines too, and like other lores, and
Sure.
eventually Star Wars. I hope it doesn't ever happen, but it might eventually become a dying star.
Blasphemy.
But that's why you got to kind of branch out. There's other stories that have been written out there that are,
Not if Visions takes off, dude.
dude. They're gonna get there. They're gonna get to a point where they're like, we just need to make a full Japanese Star Wars anime.
Because that was the only downside of Visions, is like one episode of all these different storylines. Like, okay, well, these two kind of sucked, but that one you did was sick. Can I get more of that?
The cool animation where he pulls out, it's like, oh, I'm not a Jedi, and he pulls out the giant red sword, and it's like, that's sweet. They need
They're making a season 2.
Yeah.
more anime.
Oh yeah.
No, but anime is great, dude. And like there's stories, and like you get into like the weird Japanese dubbing kind of things, and it's like doesn't really match up, but it's like you follow the story arc and it's actually really good. Like Roger convinced me for the longest time, dude, watch this show, Attack on Titan. And I'm like, Roger, I'm losing you as a person. You're becoming a weeb, like,
A neckbeard.
like neckbeard, yeah. Like I can't do this anymore. And then after a while, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to him. And he's never been wrong about any show he's told me ever to watch. It's just like he's like watch Game of Thrones. It's a great show. I'm like, oh, yeah, dude. I'll check it out. And then eventually I sat down and watched it, and I'm like, I get why people love this show. This show's phenomenal.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go through that show. I haven't seen it yet. Game of Thrones.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna watch it. Emily is in my ear about it. She liked it. So
that's like we're giddy about like Star Wars lore, like
Right.
anything, like like the Ring of Dunedain and like all that. And,
that's
just
Lord of the Rings.
That's what. Yeah. What did I say? Yeah, I said Lord of
You
the
said
Rings.
we're all giddy about Star Wars, like the
Star
Ring
Wars.
of Dunedain. Unless I blacked out and missed something.
You got it though. But
But I am hyped about that.
Bro, you guys should be proud I even knew that.
Right.
The Dunedain.
You nailed it,
Because I
dude.
just started getting into Lord of the Rings.
It's because you watched the extended edition.
yeah, you got to. It's 9 hours of your life you never get back. Actually, more. It's probably more than that now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's like 10 and a half hours, 11 hours.
Yeah, because I think Return of the King is like 4.5 on its own.
Gosh, but it's so worth it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Did we talk about what your favorite Star Wars moments are? You said your favorite movies, but what's like your all-time favorite Star Wars moments?
I'm gonna lead with the whole. What is the name of the planet? The sand planet on the.
Jakku?
Jakku?
No, on episode 2, Coliseum kind of.
Oh,
Geonosis.
Geonosis, that's what it is. Yeah, so that whole them coming out from the moment Padme and Anakin like kiss till they're on this ship.
Yeah.
That entire thing, that's just cinematic gold, and they killed it. And Mace Windu coming out, purple lightsaber. It's like, whoa,
Cuts
it's,
the dude's head off.
literally nuts.
Dude. I watched Attack of the Clones with Miranda, and I told her, like, what you don't understand about this moment is, like, we've never seen this many lightsabers
Right.
in one place.
Right.
This many Jedi.
Right.
Like, this was crazy. After seeing 4, 5, 6, 1, to see that scene where, first of all, purple lightsaber, what?
Yeah.
And then just everybody whips their lightsabers out. It's like, that was insane.
Yep, it's sweet. That's probably top 3. I don't know really. And then my second one would probably, you know what, Solo. The end of Solo where he shoots Beckett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sean shoots first, dude. They nailed it right there.
Yeah.
Boom. It's like the best Western shootout there possibly is. It's great. It's an all-time great thing. And then, okay, let me think about this for a second, because I did
Sure.
a prequel. I did almost
An offshoot.
almost a sequel, kind of. It's like later, so now I got to do a original.
We can come back to you.
No. Okay. Yoda riding Luke's back. All day.
And
I just it gets me giddy. I don't know why. It's the best training scene there is.
Yeah, there's a Funko Pop you can buy of Luke training with Yoda on his back.
I'm getting it.
It might be like one of those
$1,800.
Because it's 2 Funko Pops.
You know when one of the best moments in Clone Wars is? So there's this guy, and he's macking on Padme. Oh. And Anakin beats the living out of him.
No, he does though.
It's so good.
Literally, like
he almost kills him.
He whips out, like he's force choking him and everything, and then he whips out his lightsaber, and the guy's like, "You can't beat me without your fancy tricks." And Anakin goes, throws his lightsaber down.
It just kicks the crap out of him.
Dude,
Just fist fights
kicks
him.
the crap out of him.
It's so classic.
Dude, I might have to watch it now.
Yeah.
It's a
Clone Wars
I love
episode.
the whole Padme and Anakin thing. Like everyone's like,
It's
oh,
an old Padme love interest that he's
Yeah.
getting into a fight with. Yeah.
He's like this politician guy who like went to school with Padme. Freaking Chach,
Yeah.
Clovis.
Rush Clovis.
Clovis.
Yeah. But like I said, you will love Anakin. Like, because in the movies, he's kind of this whiny, like, and even his turn to the dark side is like, it kind of happens super fast.
Yeah.
You see the progression in the show so much better. It's like,
Because he's working with Palpatine and
like Palpatine's in his ear, and then the Jedi Council keeps screwing him over, and the
Right.
Jedi Council's not giving him all the information, and it's just
Right.
like it just keeps happening to him, and you see it over and over again.
Right.
And then you also kind of see his slow rage, like continually boiling more and more and more.
Right.
Then he's getting screwed by the the Jedi Council. Then Palpatine's his only friend in that moment, and it's so good, man.
Yeah.
And he's like a freaking hero in the show. Like he is like the man. Like you root for him so much.
I gotta watch it now.
Yeah, you
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So those are your three? Your
Those are my
actual three?
Yeah,
Okay.
dead serious. Yoda.
That's good.
What about you? I know I feel like we've given our top 3 like 4 times throughout this podcast. But
Number one for sure is Obi-Wan coming out guns blazing against Darth Maul.
Yeah.
In episode 1.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, when that
Straight
ray shield
PP.
goes down, the rage, the music, the moment, everything. It's so good.
It is.
Number 2, shoot.
Shandan.
Probably when Reva is like
going
Morbid.
she goes morbid mode. No, probably Kanan's sacrifice
Yeah.
in Rebels.
Nice.
Yeah. That's another show. There's Rebels too.
Rebels is not as good as Clone Wars, but there are moments in it that are even better.
So I haven't seen all of Rebels, but I know like the characters.
I think Kanan's sacrifice in Rebels, and then that's like one of the most emotional moments for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, what happens?
Especially like leading up to that moment too. It's not just that moment. It's like he goes in and saves Hera.
Right. I think the ending of
And he's
Clone Wars-
blind. What's up with these blind people and tugging at my heartstrings?
Dang,
Because that's a
dude.
good moment
What
for
does
me
it
too.
mean? What does it mean?
Are we all blind?
Yeah. I think the ending of Clone Wars as like a whole is done so well, but there isn't like a specific moment that's like way over the top emotional, like jam-packed powerful.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this Siege of Mandalore, the last, 3 episodes of the Clone Wars show.
The Clone Wars show. Okay.
Yeah. Those last 3 episodes are so well done, but there's not like one defining moment that's like
Right.
over the top emotional, amazing. Shoot, what was I gonna say?
You sure? Not when like the Ahsoka with the clones. When Rex is like, oh dude, you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it, Noah.
They tie in. Basically, the end of Clone Wars is happening simultaneously as
Episode 3.
Episode 3, Order 66.
Oh shoot.
So
they're all like,
Palpatine executes Order 66, and then you see episodes of Clone Wars while that
on, like,
has
the
been
other
executed.
side. Do you see nothing like Anakin and all them.
You
You see Anakin and Ahsoka, and Anakin goes, "Okay, I gotta go save the Chancellor."
Yeah.
and him and Obi-Wan dip to
Oh
go.
my gosh.
And then
it's
Kenobi
like
gets sent off because he heard that Grievous might be on Utapau.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
it's good, dude.
And then they basically layer audio from the movie onto the Clone Wars. So
it's-
you hear Anakin, you hear Hayden Christensen's voice and what's happening with him and Palpatine. And it's basically like Ahsoka is sensing it through the Force. It's so good, man.
It's Ahsoka's story
Yeah,
of
it's-
Order 66.
Got it.
The Clone Wars is pretty much about Ahsoka. It's about the Clone Wars, obviously.
Right.
But Ahsoka becomes like the number one character.
Which in the beginning, like you didn't really care for her. And she's kind of this spunky, annoying teenage character that's like, okay, they're giving this character a lot of screen time.
Right.
But she develops into this amazing person that you're just like rooting for hardcore the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like Jon Snow.
I'm trying to think.
She's the most like, what's the right word? Flip-flop character where you hate her and then you love her.
Yeah.
Like actually.
Yeah.
So
I didn't say number 3. I think number 3's got to be Vader in the hallway, just because it was so unexpected. I went berserk in the theaters. Like I was so hyped for that.
yeah, I probably would have said that 2 years ago. But with Luke mimicking the hallway scene, I think Luke's my favorite because it's more
That's
context.
fair. That's fair.
I don't know, man. Vader's was like, he threw a piece of wall at a guy.
Bruh, go watch the Clone Wars. Darth Maul gets a hallway scene, and he uses the hallway to kill people.
He doesn't have.
think you told me about
he
that.
doesn't have a weapon.
Yeah, so he's just cutting people in half with like sheet metal.
yeah, literally.
And one of the worst parts of that is there's an Easter egg where literally one of the guys he kills in that hallway was in the first episode of the Clone Wars animated series. One of the clones he kills. So they said this guy made it through the whole Clone Wars. He survived, and then he gets killed by Maul in a hallway with a hallway.
At the very, very end.
Yeah. That's freaking sucks.
That's funny. But
Dude, it's such a good show, man. We'll have to do
all right,
a
I'm
little.
gonna check it out.
We'll for sure do a 30-second.
I'm gonna start getting into it, and then I'll come back and be like, you know, you guys are. I like this part, or you know, this.
So I'll tell you what. If you watch all of it, all of Clone Wars,
You'll what?
I will dabble. I will dibble
Okay,
dabble.
whoa, stop. You said all of Clone Wars?
All of it. The whole animated show.
Give me.
There are 7.
Let me watch one.
7 seasons.
Okay,
yeah.
let's do this.
Here's what we hear from everybody.
Right.
I started Clone Wars, but season 1 just like sucks.
It's such a kid show.
Season 1 is a kid's show. It sucks. The animation is rough. The funding wasn't there.
Right.
It only gets better. So David, what you need to do is you need to send them a list of like, just start here with these.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you start from episode 1, it's like we don't want the first 15 hours to be a struggle for you.
For every
That's so much. 15 hours.
for every season, that's 66 hours. That's a ton. For every season you get 2 episodes of anime.
All right, what show?
Doesn't matter. I pick. We'll figure that out later.
It doesn't matter. I pick.
Yeah, like I'll pick what show you want. Yeah, I
What
get
show?
2 episodes. So I could literally introduce you to like multiple different ones and then like just leave you out to dry. And then it's on your own will to basically continue.
So, a big one that I hear hyped, and I know Roger would come back this statement. Attack on Titan.
Yep.
What's the deal? Convince me.
It's it's a good story. It's a very, very good story. It's a weird story. It's a very weird, creepy, goofy show.
Goofy.
They
Dang, hold on.
That's right, Chuck.
but yeah, you just I mean, I don't even really know how to like describe it, but it's basically these entire civilizations of people are in siege by these great giant monsters, and they are basically trapped by them in their secluded areas. They can't get out because if they leave, they're gonna get eaten. But then as you watch the show, it's like they start to progress and go farther out, and they start to. It slowly shows that like, oh, they're
So why wouldn't I just watch Walking Dead?
so because you have zombies versus giant creatures that'll eat you. So imagine giant zombies. That's basically what
Oh my god.
they have. What Attack on Titan is, but
Is there a Rick Grimes?
he's more of a whiny Rick Grimes. He's like his name's,
Carl.
Yeah, his name's Aaron Yeager. I didn't do that right, everybody.
You can try again.
Yeah, I know I'm not even gonna attempt it. But, like, all the anime guys are watching right now, and they're like, "Man, killed it."
My neck is itchy.
I know, but no, you got great main characters. You got awesome, sweet characters that like, and nobody's safe too. That's like the cool thing about it. So you'll be watching it, and I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, Game of Thrones, like you don't know who's gonna die in every episode. They might kill a main character," and it's like that's absolutely true. But like with Attack on Titan, it 100% is that you don't know who's gonna die, who isn't gonna die.
Sure.
So, and it's just a cool story. Check it out. That's basically it. I'll let you dabble into it
Okay.
for sure. But I'll get started on the Clone Wars, and then
For sure.
you watch an episode of anime.
All right. I could do that.
Yeah,
You think that's it?
I think so.
Cool beans.
Like, comment, subscribe, support the channel. We haven't asked you guys to do this in the beginning of our show, so that should tell you that we're struggling.
Emotionally more than anything.
Yeah. We just want to know that someone hears our cry.
Comment. Something.
Tell a friend. I tell all the people at work about this. No one cares. So I need someone.
No, that's not true. There was
Help
that
me
one
out.
guy. He followed us for
That's
a
true.
season.
That's true. Yeah.
In the comments, what's your favorite Pixar movie?
Oh,
What's your favorite Star Wars moment? On a scale of 1 to emotional, how emotional did you get when Kanan sacrificed himself, Noah?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't see it yet.
I didn't see it yet.
That's in Rebels.
All right. How do we feel about Hugh Jackman?
Yo,
As a person and as a whole.
huge
Dang.
jacked
Oh, we
man.
got to ask him, if you were to have any lightsaber, what would it be? What color, what hilt? Double, single bladed.
Darth Maul's.
Fair enough.
I actually just bought a Darth Maul Funko.
Oh my God.
It's a different one than the one I said earlier. It's a hooded Darth Maul from Episode 1.
Okay.
Like desert.
When
Yeah.
he's creeping on Tatooine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one
He was just about to straight run over Anakin.
goes for like 60, 70 bucks.
I don't know what this kid's deal is, but I'm about to kill him.
Hey, get out of the way.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
He did. Anyway.
Like, comment, subscribe.
All right. Thank you for watching, guys. We will see you next time on 99 Nerds.